What is going on, everybody? We are live, and I'm very excited to talk about this show today because we're going to do a mock draft of WWE. Everyone's excited about it, so we're going to get into it. Before we do, if you guys can, I'd really appreciate it if you can hit the like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. All won't cost you anything. If you do want to become a channel member, I'd really appreciate it. It'll cost you just $2.99 a month to get your emotes and badges. You can simply sign up by clicking the join button located on the homepage. Also, you can leave a super chat if you want. That option is available to you, and that can help support the show. I'd really appreciate that. You could do any amount you want, and that'll show up on the screen for everybody to see that watches this video later. So we're going to get into it, man. A lot of these people on here, I gotta tell you, I didn't think we're still employed with the WWE because most of them have not been used. Seriously. So we all know Adam Pierce. He's the one that makes things official on both shows, so that's not really a concern. AJ Styles, I hear he's gonna be coming back soon. So I believe he's staying where he is. I believe he's Monday Night Raw. Raw could definitely use him, and I really think he's gonna be on Raw. And hopefully, they'll actually use Gallows and Anderson because they've been doing absolutely nothing. Akira Tozawa. Does anybody care? I mean, seriously, does anybody care where Akira Tozawa ends up? If anything, he'll be floating on Raw, not doing much of anything, just backstage segments and boring, 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 boring. We got Alba Fire. She's staying in NXT. I doubt she's getting called up. She's new. They could use her down there. So I see her staying in NXT. Aaliyah James, who? Never heard of her. It, though she got to be NXT. Because I'm like, Aaliyah James, who the fuck is that? So if she's NXT, she's staying down in NXT. That's the easy one. Alexa Bliss definitely staying on Raw unless they actually figure out what they're doing with Bray Wyatt. Then maybe they would actually start the Wyatt Six. Who the hell knows? What's up, Matt? What is TMB? The TMB stands for because I like to joke that JD gave my podcast. That was back in January where he called it T-Mobile Mike. So I just decided to change it to TMB. But he approved. So you know what? That's fine. As long as he got a kick out of it. So I made him laugh. So that made my day. Alicia Taylor, who? Who's Alicia Taylor? Is she NXT? I have not seen this person ever, and I watch NXT. So Alicia Taylor. Well, if she is NXT, I guess you will be staying down in NXT because I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm sorry, I don't. Aaliyah, I didn't know she was still employed. Is this the Rey Mysterio's Leah? I think. No idea. I don't know who the hell are some of these people. Jesus, never heard of her. NXT is hard to watch these days. I mean, they do have some good stuff. Like Roxanne is great, and Braun Breaker as a heel is really good. A couple other good things going on over there. But yeah, I can understand it is hard. Some of it is hard to watch with all the backstage segments that they have and the skits. I'm like, Sean, what are we doing here? Why are we having all these skits? Uh, And people at bars and doing all this, making matches in a bar. I don't get it. Amiri Miller, who? I don't know who. That's probably another NXT. Andre Chase, I know because of Chase U. He's staying down there. I mean, but he did get over. He was over pretty big time with the NXT live crowd when they did the last pay per view. So I think he would be okay on the main roster because it seems a lot of people are behind him, but we'll see. Andy Shepard. Never heard of that fucking guy. What does he do? Aslan Terrell. Hi there. Hey, what's up, buddy? If some of these names don't ring a bell to you, I'm sorry, but a lot of these names, I have no clue who these people are. Andy Shepard. Anyone know who Andy Shepard is? Never seen him before a day in my life. Who is this guy? Is this another Triple H return that he hasn't used yet? No clue. Angel Garza. I don't even remember what brand he's on. Is he on he's on Raw? I think. I think that was the last I heard of him. How was your weekend on Earth Day? I slept all weekend. I was tired, man. I did over 50 hours last week, so I slept a lot this weekend and went into a lot of my friends' channels and supported their live streams. That's about all I did this weekend. Nothing spectacular, but I definitely needed the rest. Angel though, if he's on Raw, I guess he stays on Raw. Angelo Dawkins ain't going nowhere. Him and Montez Ford are staying on Raw. Apollo Crews, they're so iffy about him. He's just one of those guys that like floats around from brand to brand. So I don't know what they will do with him. My guess is he stays down in NXT. That's my guess. I don't see any shake up with Apollo. He's great. I'm not taking away any of his talent, but I just don't see what they're doing here with Apollo Crews. I guess he stays down in NXT. Are you doing a draft pick? Yep, that's what we're doing here. The draft is Friday, starting on SmackDown, and we'll go into Monday, and that's when everybody will be decided on for their brands. And then whoever doesn't get picked, they'll probably just have it up on WWE.com for you to see who end up where, like they have done over the years. I don't see a spectacular draft like they're making this out to be. Ashante Adonis, hit row. Uh, I don't think he stays employed. I hear they're going to be cutting 50 to $100 million, and Nick Khan is like, "Oh, that's office cuts, office cuts. It ain't gonna be, it ain't gonna be office cuts. Come on, half of those people in the office don't make that kind of money. Where are you gonna cut it? The wrestlers. You're gonna look at all the wrestlers you're not using. Do you like Bad Bunny from Puerto Rico? Yes, I do like Bad Bunny. He does have some good songs, and hey, he could wrestle. He does pretty well. They better not can LA Knight. Now, I don't think so, Matt. From what I hear, they do have plans for him, so we'll see what happens there. Asuka, she ain't going nowhere. She's staying on her brand. I don't see her leaving Raw to go to SmackDown. Sorry, I don't. Austin Theory with Vince McMahon saying that he's doing the higher end of the creative. You know Austin Theory ain't going nowhere. He is staying on Raw. Then we got Ava. Isn't that The Rock's daughter? That's the one that's in Schism or Schism, whatever the hell you call him. I don't see her getting called up. It's been kind of a not so great run for her so far. I have no faith in their plans for him. He loses every show, basically. Especially if it's not just Triple H. I don't see many wins coming ahead. Do you like reggaeton? Yeah, it's all right, man. I like all music, so I give it a chance. Axiom, he's staying down in NXT. B-Fab, it'll be another one that she hasn't been on TV since fucking Vince McMahon came back. So who do you think they're gonna have go away? Shit row. Obviously, Vince don't like him. They're gonna go bye-bye. Baron Corbin, do you care? Does anyone care where Baron Corbin ends up? No. He's on Raw right now. getting cut for every single promo that he's in. Oh, that's hilarious. Like every fucking promo Baron Corbin is in, he gets cut or somebody interrupts him because they just think he's boring. Absolutely fucking boring. Bailey, that's another one they're not using. I mean, she is on Raw. I don't see her going to SmackDown, so they're going to keep her on Raw. But I know she's getting upset. She's not getting much TV time as of late. But Triple H gave you plenty of chances. He gave you the realms to get this group over, and it didn't get over. So what do you want them to do? I mean, I'm sorry, but Damage Control did nothing. Do you want them to reward you for doing nothing? For all of us wanting your group to get off the TV? So you're just going to have to wait until they have something else for you, Bailey. I'm sorry, but she'll stay on Raw. Becky Lynch ain't going nowhere. She's staying on Raw. That's one of their favorites, the one that gets all the title shots. So you know damn well she ain't going to SmackDown. No sirree. She is not going to SmackDown. Beth Phoenix, she's going to stay with Edge. So wherever Edge ends up, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with him now that the Judgment Day thing is over. So I really see her just going wherever he goes, and that's fine. Bianca Belair, easy. She's staying on Raw. Easy, easy, easy. Big E, I don't know what they're doing with. Control Alt Delete those a-holes. Well, some of them I'm just we got to go through them because it's a draft. So, but I understand your frustration, Matt. Control Alt Delete them. But Big E, I heard, is coming back. They're going to do a feud with Gunther, so he's most likely going to stay on. I believe he was on SmackDown before, so I don't see him getting moved to Raw because that would make no sense if he's going to be going after Gunther. Why would he go to Raw? So Big E definitely SmackDown with the rest of the New Day. Although I'm really growing tired of him. I really am. I think it's time for them to do other things. But you know how Vince is. He likes to do the same shit over and over and over again. Gunther better not job to Big E. I hope not. He is on the run of his life right now, and I would be really pissed off if he lost to Big E, to be honest, because Gunther has been killing it as the Intercontinental Champion, and he should not be fucking losing to nobody. You have Roman at champ for 900 days, almost 1,000. Let Gunther have it. I mean, his matches have been banger after banger. No pun intended. Blair Davenport, who the fuck is that? Never heard of her. Boa. These must be, you know what I'm thinking of? These must be Level Up people. You know that show NXT Level Up? That's on after SmackDown, I believe. Yeah, I think a lot of these people are in, like that introductory show before they go to NXT. I believe that's what Level Up is. So, I believe these are Level Up people. No wonder why I haven't fucking heard of them, because I don't watch Level Up. I don't watch Rampage. Why would I waste my time on those shows? I don't watch Dark. Why would I waste my time on that? So, like, a lot of these people are getting time slots, and we're never going to hear of them until they get called up to the real NXT show. So, goodbye for them. Bobby Lashley, he ain't going nowhere. He's staying where he is. They love him on Raw, and I would really be shocked if he goes to SmackDown. I mean, because what is there for him to do on SmackDown? He's not feuding with anybody. That would just make no sense if they were to bring him to SmackDown. I mean, then they just throw him in nothing but random matches, and I don't want that for Bobby Lashley. I want Lashley to have some direction because he's very good, and he deserves more. So why would they move him to SmackDown? I don't see too many changes happening. Now that I'm going through this roster, as you all can see, I don't see a lot of big shakeups happening. It seems like a lot of people are going to stay where they are because SmackDown needs the people they have to keep getting over 2 million. Raw needs the people they have to keep getting close to 2 million. And if they switch too much up, I don't know. I don't know what Vince McMahon and Triple H are going to do with that. Booker T, he's staying as a commentator on NXT. He's the heart and soul of that show. Right now, he's doing a fantastic job as commentator with Vic Joseph. I like it. It's awesome. He's doing a great job. So I see him staying down with Shawn Michaels in NXT. Braun Strowman, he's most likely staying on SmackDown. There's really not much for him to do. There really isn't. Now, Bray Wyatt, if they actually get their shit together and figure out what they're doing, he could be a difference maker for whatever. He's on SmackDown right now. If they wanted to bring him to Raw and shake things up over there, Bray Wyatt would be the guy to do that. And he would cause a lot of chaos and a lot of excitement on Raw that is much needed for a 3-hour show. So I think Bray would be a nice addition to Raw, but I don't know what's happening with his creative plans. Haven't heard anything, so we'll see. Then we got the Beast, Brock Lesnar. He's staying on Raw. If Vince McMahon is in charge at the higher ends of creative, like he said, Brock ain't going nowhere. Bray will be getting his pink slip. I hope not. I hope not. Hopefully they figure out what they're doing with him. Because yes, his run has not been good. A lot of us are disappointed with Bray's run, but if they can just come to an agreement and just let him go, let this faction get going, I think he can turn it around. If anyone can, it's Bray, but we'll see. Apparently, he's still, as WWE is saying, not feeling well, or it's an injury or something else. So who knows? Braun Breaker would be a nice call up. I think if they called Braun Breaker up, I would like to see him on Raw, mainly because they need some fresh faces on there. WWE is kind of getting into these rematches a little too much lately. You could tell Vince is back with all these rematches. When Triple H first took over, we didn't see any of the same matches over and over again. Come on. You know we fucking didn't see any of the same matches. Now we're starting to get them week after week after week. And it's like, yep, the old man's running things again. Because when it was solely Triple H and nobody else, we were not getting rematches. He was doing a very good job making sure we're getting fresh matchups. Adding Braun to the main roster will be a plus for any show he ends up on, but I see him being called up to Raw. Bronson Reed's on Raw, so I don't really see him going to SmackDown. I don't. I don't know what else you're gonna fucking do with him, but I don't see him going anywhere. I mean, what's he gonna do on SmackDown? Omos versus Roman and Saudi. What a shit show that all done. I've heard about that, Matt, and I do not want to. I am not looking forward to it, bro. I'm not looking forward to it. But with Vince back, it is a possibility. He has a weird Omos fetish. I don't know why. He's terrible. Everyone who has worked with him has not got him over. They haven't. And I don't see why Vince keeps trying and trying and trying with this guy. I mean, just because he's your giant, you got one. Give Strowman a rub. He's better than fucking Omos. I mean, Jesus. What, because Triple H brought Strowman back? No, we got to go with Omos. He's my talent. I mean, that's all it comes down to. Brooks Jensen and Brutus Creed. I know they're on NXT, so that's where they're staying. They're not going anywhere. Butch, he's on SmackDown, so he's going to be staying on SmackDown. Because I mean, what else is there for Butch to do? They're not going to have him in a singles role anytime soon. So why the fuck would he go anywhere else? He's going to stay in his group. So he's staying on SmackDown. Byron Saxton, he's been doing all those backstage stuff. He's going to be doing that for a very long time. Nobody wants Byron on head commentary. The bickering between him and Corey Graves, that was getting old, and I'm so very, very glad they're not still doing that. Cameron Grimes, he's probably going to get called up. He's in phenomenal shape and looks like he's ready to go. He'd be a nice addition to SmackDown. I really think he would. So I'm going to predict Cameron Grimes gets called up to SmackDown, man. I think he would be a nice addition over there, has some nice fresh matchups, and I would think that would be a great thing for SmackDown to have. Candice LeRae, what the hell? She's on Raw, I believe. No one wants Kevin Patrick on commentary either. Awful. Yes. Kevin Patrick is terrible, but they really don't have anyone else to put in there with Corey Graves, unfortunately. So, but yes, Kevin Patrick is terrible. But Candice LeRae, she stays on Raw. Carmella, she ain't going to SmackDown. She's staying on Raw. Those are easy ones. Carmelo Hayes, he just won the NXT title. He ain't going nowhere. Kathy Kelly isn't going anywhere. Who we got down here? Cedric Alexander. He's still around? He's another one they haven't used on fucking television. I don't even fucking know what show he's on. What show is Cedric a part of? I have no fucking clue. So let's just say he's on Raw. Cedric stays on Raw. Because I have no clue, man. I have no clue what brand he's on. I love me some Kathy Kelly. Yes, Kathy Kelly is easy on the eyes. So yes, I would rather her replace Kevin Patrick, to be honest with you. But I don't know if she could carry a 3-hour show. None of us know that yet, so we'll see what happens there. But I think Cedric's on Raw, if I'm not mistaken. He's probably not going anywhere because they don't really have any plans for him. Chad Gable, he's definitely staying on Raw. He is killing it. I love me some Chad Gable. I think Raw, hurt business guy. Yeah, that's if he's still around. If once they do these budget cuts, you know it's coming. They want to cut 50 million. So you know some of these ones that they aren't using are probably not going to be with WWE. Channing Stacks Lorenzo, he's on NXT. I don't see him getting called up yet because he's still with the Don, the Tony. So yeah, he's staying where he is. Charlie Dempsey just got called to NXT, so that would be pointless to call him up. So he's definitely staying down in NXT for now. But he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I'll give him that. Charlotte Flair, yeah, right. She's leaving SmackDown. Nah. SmackDown ain't going to have any part of Charlotte Flair going to Raw. You know she's staying down over there. So SmackDown, Charlotte Flair, going to be the same home. Chelsea Green's on Raw. She just kind of got started a few months ago. I don't see her leaving the brand, so I'm going to say Chelsea stays on Raw. Cody Rhodes definitely ain't going nowhere. They love him on Raw. Charlie is Regal's kid. Oh, I kind of figured he looked similar. So yeah, he's definitely staying down in NXT. But he's pretty good. He's pretty good. And Cody Rhodes definitely staying on Raw because he's feuding with Brock Lesnar. So he is not going anywhere. Cora Jade, she's just kind of getting hot in NXT. So she's definitely staying there. I don't see them calling her up. Corey Graves definitely staying as Raw commentator. Let's face it. Corey Graves is all they fucking have. He's poor guy has to carry that show every week. Man, I hope they're paying him handsomely for doing the job that he's doing for Monday Night Raw. Because I gotta tell you, that'd be a hard show to fucking commentate. Cruz del Toro, another NXT. Never really heard of him, but I have seen him I think on NXT once or twice, so he's going to be there. Dabba-Kato, he's that guy. He used to be Commander Aziz, so yeah, he's staying down in NXT. Definitely staying down there. Dakota Kai, she's going to stay on Raw. What else is there for her to do? Oh, that's easy. Damian Priest is definitely staying on Raw. Judgment Day is hot. They're still going. Del Toro is in the LWO. Okay. So my mistake there. I thought he was NXT. So yeah, he'll definitely stay on Raw if he's a part of that group. Damian Priest definitely still staying on Raw. I mean, Judgment Day is floating around between both shows anyway. So why not keep him on Raw? Damon Kemp, who the hell? I guess he's an NXT guy, maybe a level up guy. It's not a name that rings a bell. Damon Kemp. I have no clue who that is. I'm going to take a guess that he is a NXT level up. That's a fairly new talent. You don't think they'll break up any of these factions, New Day and Judgment Day? If it was solely Triple H, maybe. But now that Vince is back, Vince is a very lazy booker. I don't think he's going to want to change anything because that's too much effort for Vince McMahon. But I mean, it would be cool. But these Judgment Days so hot right now. I would not touch them. I let them keep doing what they're doing because that could damage Rhea Ripley once again in the end. And I don't want to see Rhea have to go backwards that she's worked so hard to get to where she is now. I would really hate to see her lose that momentum, and she's getting that with the Judgment Day, who is working very well together. I'd rather see the New Day split up, to be honest with you, because I'm getting tired of seeing that group. So if they want to split the New Day, please, by all means, no arguments here. Who else we got? Dana Brooke. Where the hell she been catering? She's a Raw person, I believe. I believe she's Raw. So I guess she would be staying there. Titus needs his servings, man. He needs somebody to keep the catering going every week. So she's got to stay back there and help. Dante Chen, don't know who he is. Probably another level up because I have never heard of Dante Chen. If some of you have, I apologize, but I do not know who Dante Chen is. I'm sorry, I don't. Dexter Lumis, he's on Raw. He ain't going anywhere. They're going to keep him where he's at. Dijak is really getting going down in NXT. I mean, he would be a nice call up, but I don't want to see him get ruined again. So I would rather him stay in NXT where he's doing very well at than get called up to the Raw roster and have another stupid gimmick, then have to be pushed back down again to have another repackage. So I'd rather him stay there. That's just my honest opinion. I'd rather him stay there. Please don't make him go anywhere else. Please just keep him down on NXT. Let him grow. Let him get better at what he's doing. He will improve. Just let him stay down there. Don't call him up, please. I really don't want to see him go backwards again. Dolph Ziggler, he's come on Raw every now and then, so I don't care. If they want to send him to SmackDown, go ahead. The Dolph Ziggler show has been over for years. Who gives a fuck? Dominic Mysterio, Judgment Day, he's killing it. So hopefully he stays on Raw. That's where I would like him to be. Dragon Lee's very good, and he's in NXT. I've seen him a few times. He could really go. I don't see Dragon Lee going anywhere. Drew Gulak. I forgot he was still employed, man. This is another one now, just like Drew Gulak. I mean, is this the guy they use like maybe once or twice every couple of months? And we got some Gulak. Matt's like, Gulak. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing with him because every time they've been using him pretty good in NXT. They have, I will admit that. I don't want to see him called back to the main roster to get his ass kicked over and over and over again. So I would like to see him stay in NXT, and I think that's what they're going to do because he seems to be doing pretty well down there. So just keep him in NXT a little longer. What's it going to hurt? He's already been on the main roster. So just keep him down there. Let him keep mingling with some of the new talent, and let Gulak do his thing. I will admit he's doing much better than what he did before. I need his PowerPoint presentations. Yeah, those were entertaining. Or it reminded me of it wasn't didn't somebody else used to do that? I'm trying to think who it was. It wasn't Damian Sandow, was it? Because I thought he was another one that did that. But yes, those are pretty entertaining. Drew McIntyre. We don't know what's going on with Drew McIntyre right now. That is who he reminds me of. Okay, I thought so. I thought that was very similar to Damian Sandow. Drew McIntyre, though, I don't see him going anywhere. I mean, Raphael, hey, what's up, buddy? Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. If you could hit that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it as well. I almost said hit that like button. But Drew McIntyre, we don't know what's going on with him, but he's not going to leave WWE. There might be creative differences. He might be unhappy with the money or the direction they're giving him. But he's a company guy, man. He worked so hard to get back to WWE. I don't see him leaving. I really don't. I see him still mixing it up with Sheamus and Gunther over on SmackDown. So we'll see what happens, but I really don't see McIntyre going anywhere. And I don't see how Tony Khan could afford him because he's getting paid pretty well in WWE. Duke Hudson, another part of Chase U, he's staying down in NXT most likely, as well as Eddie Thorpe over here. Another one in a lot of these are NXT stars. McIntyre versus Goldberg at Wembley. Oh my lord. Goldberg cannot last. He can't. McIntyre would crush Bill Goldberg. But anyway, Goldberg's getting kind of selfish these days, and I don't see Goldberg putting anyone over. I don't. But Tony Khan probably would offer McIntyre a good amount of money, but I just don't see McIntyre leaving WWE. I don't. Edge, he's not going anywhere. He's staying where he is. Dries Anofe. I don't know who the fuck that is. That's got to be a level up guy, right? That's got to be a level up guy. Elektra Lopez. I know who that is. She's on NXT. Pretty green still. Pretty green, but she can be improved. So, but I don't see her getting called up because she still has a lot to work on. So I see her staying down in NXT. Elias, oh boy, Elias. He's going to stay on Raw. Do you care? Not really. The Elias shtick is old. I thought he was going to get a new gimmick with the promos he was leaving us with, and they just reverted back to the Elias shtick again because they're lazy and they don't want to do anything different. Elton Prince, I hear Pretty Deadly might be called up to the main roster. I think it's a little soon to call them up. They just got going. Bring in El Rod. No, they might. You never know with that. But Emma, she's still around. Oh Lord, I'm Almighty. I don't even fucking know what brand she's on. I don't remember. She's on Raw. She's on SmackDown. That's one I don't really care for. Emma. Has she done anything? No. She hasn't done anything. Eric, he's staying on SmackDown with Ivar. They ain't going anywhere. Fallon Henley. Who the hell is that? I have no fucking clue. Must be a NXT level up. Oh, she's with Mid Carter Moss. Yeah, or a lower card Moss, if you want to call it that, because they haven't done jack shit with him. So probably lower card Moss. Finn Balor, he's staying with Judgment Day on Raw. Gable Steveson, I didn't know he was still employed. Have they even used him? I don't know if they even maybe once they used him. So I have no clue where he's gonna go. I don't even know who's he's a part of. I think they only used him one time, and that was it. They're paying him to do absolutely nothing. How about that? Gigi, she's definitely staying down in NXT. Giovanni Vinci, they were using him for a little bit in NXT, and then they kind of I don't know they just kind of lost the heat with him. So who knows where he ends up? Grayson Waller, I see Grayson being one of those surprise call ups. Why? Because he is so good on the mic, and he could go in the ring. Like he reminds me of the next Miz. That's what a lot of people are saying. He's like the new younger Miz because he's just so good on the mic to piss you off, and he's really over with the live crowd. I seen some of the matches he's had with the live audience, and they just ate him up, man. So I see Grayson Waller being one of those surprises that they may call up to either Raw or SmackDown. I can't tell you which one, but I do see him being a nice surprise. That he would really be a nice face to add to Raw or SmackDown. That is for sure. Greg Miller, who? Who the fuck is Greg Miller? Does anyone know who Greg Miller is? I've never heard of that cat. Never heard of him. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say he's something to do with Level Up. Because I have never fucking heard of this guy. And I'm like, Greg Miller? Who the fuck is that? Greg Miller. Gunther is definitely staying on SmackDown. I mean, that guy is killing it. He is staying on SmackDown. Look at that face by Dexter Loomis. Oh my God. What would you do if you saw that in the morning? Fucking Dexter Loomis, man. I'm telling you. Those big old eyes. I'm just like, oh my God. I would not want to wake up to that. Good old Raj. Who? This this must be another fucking NXT level up, dude. I mean, half these people on this roster, you're like, never heard of them. So they must be brand spanking new. Hank Walker, he's on NXT. I have seen some of his stuff. He's not bad. Nothing to be ready to be called up to the main roster, but he's going to definitely stay down in NXT. Humberto, do you care? I don't care. He's one I don't even know what brand he's on. What brand is Humberto Carrillo on? Anyone know? Because I have no fucking clue. What, or was it SmackDown? I think the last time I saw him in Angel Garza was SmackDown. So I don't know. They haven't fucking used him hardly, so I guess he'll probably stay over there. How do you say this fucking name? Ikemen Hero? Ikeman Hero? Ikemen Hero? Who the fuck is that? Here, here's another weird name person they brought over. Ikemen Jadal. I don't fucking know how to pronounce that. I mean, he's got to be level up. Dragunov, I heard, is getting called up. He's mad over, so I see him. I would put Dragunov on SmackDown. Get him in there with Gunther. Get him in there with Sheamus. Get him in there with McIntyre. If McIntyre gets his shit together, oh my God, you would have some really, really good matches with Dragunov. And Sheamus and Gunther. Let me tell you what, because he is fucking good. He's really good. Indy Hartwell, she's staying down on NXT. She's still the champion over there. Isla Dawn, she just became a champion, so she's definitely staying down in NXT. Ivar, as we mentioned before, he's staying down on SmackDown with his partner Eric. Ivy Nile, I don't know too much about her, so I can't really tell you where she is going to go. I think she just started with NXT maybe an episode or two ago. Didn't really get a good look at her, so I don't know where she goes. I really don't. Io Sky's definitely staying on Raw. I mean, where else she going to go without Damage Control? JC Jane, she would be a nice on the eyes over on Raw or SmackDown. Let me tell you what. So she would be fine on any one of those shows. So, hey, I don't care where you go. It'd just be nice to see you on Raw or SmackDown. And I'm sure a lot of people would feel the same way. Jagger Reed, who the fuck? Never heard of him. Looks like he's a NXT level up. Yeah, NXT level up. So he's going to be there for sure. Easy. Javier Bernal. Who? I mean, half of these people you could tell are level up, especially if you don't even know their names. Like, what the fuck? Like, half of them got to be level up stars because they need some people over there. So, and fuck if I know. So I guess they're gonna stay and level up. JD, my guy JD McDonough. I would like to see him on the main roster, man. He would be a good one to call up because that guy is fucking psycho. Let me tell you, he is. You get him in the wrong place up in the head. Oh my God. He would be awesome on fucking Raw or SmackDown. I don't care which one he goes to if they call him up. He's going to do just fine. Unless they keep him down there a little bit longer. But JD, he's awesome. Jerry Lawler is part of the backstage stuff that they do. So wherever he goes, I don't care. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, definitely staying on SmackDown. It wouldn't make any sense for them to split up the bloodline. They're the hottest thing they have going. Jinder Mahal, the Maharaja, the one we all love from the SmackDown days as champion, right? No, fuck no. Fuck no. He's in NXT. Keep him there. I don't want to see him on the main roster. Joaquin Wild. Think he is level up. Because I know Joe Coffey is on regular NXT. So I think he's definitely stays down there because they need tag teams. Joe Gacy, he would be fine, I think, on the main roster. Why? Because Joe Gacy's very good on the microphone and he's pretty decent in the ring. So I think he would be a nice addition to Raw or SmackDown. I don't know who gets him, but I think Joe Gacy would be a very good person to add to your brand. I know if I'm looking at talent down in NXT, I want me some Joe Gacy. That is for sure. John Cena, he just kind of goes wherever the hell he wants to go. You're only going to see him once or twice a year, so we're going to scroll over that. Johnny Gargano, definitely Monday Night Raw. I think he stays there. They need him. He's because he's a nice talent to have. Wild is LW. See, I just got into the LWO. I got to learn their names. I'm just like, okay, so he'll definitely stay with the LWO. They just started the group. It would make no sense to split them up. I hope they don't because we need to get still accustomed to the LWO because we're not familiar with all of them. Definitely Santos Escobar, we all know for sure, and Selena Vega. But the rest of them, we're just like, You got to give us more time. So hopefully they don't split that group up because we would definitely get a lot of good matches out of them, and they have been doing very well. Josh Briggs, who? I guess he's another level up guy because I don't recall seeing him on NXT 2.0. Julius Creed, part of the Creed brothers, they're still new, so I don't see NXT letting them go yet. They still have some stuff to do down there before they get called up to the main roster. Carl Anderson, he's waiting for AJ Styles to come back. I don't see him getting moved, so he's going to stay on Raw. Karrion Kross is definitely staying on SmackDown. They need Karrion Kross. They need Scarlett. They just got to push them in a better light, and they would do very, very well. Katana Chance and her partner Kaden Carter, they would be a nice addition to the main roster for the women. Because, oh my God, does that women's division need help with the tag team? I would like to see Katana Chance and Kaden Carter get moved up and help that division out. Because, good Lord, that Raw SmackDown women's tag team division is terrible. Fucking terrible. Gargano can go fuck himself. Get off my TV. I guess you're not a Gargano fan, are you? He's a decent wrestler, though. I'm just saying, as far as the production quality wise, he will give some good matches. So Raw could definitely use some of that, even though sometimes Vince McMahon likes to do those 3-minute matches. But if they ever want to use him to fill some TV time, that's the guy to go to is Gargano. Kayla Braxton, she ain't going nowhere. I love me some Kayla Braxton. She's very, very nice. Nice woman. And I mean that from because she's actually tweeted me a couple times on Twitter. She's very, very nice. Kevin Owens, he's staying on Raw with Sami Zayn. They need him. They need them. If they go to SmackDown, the Raw has nobody. They really need Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to stay on there. So I see them staying on Raw. Kiana James isn't bad. She's NXT. She isn't bad. But as far as her getting moved, she's fairly new. So I see her staying down in NXT. Kit Wilson, pretty deadly, as we mentioned earlier, could be some of the teams that get called up. There's the rumor mill going around. Kofi Kingston, part of the New Day, split them up, get rid of them. Not to be mean, but it's just like we've seen it the last decade. Look at fucking Edge, man. I didn't get a good up close and personal from WrestleMania, but look at that. That is fucking badass. Really, really cool. LA Knight, man. LA Knight. LA Knight. LA Knight. I hope they revive him to getting him some W's. Please, for the love of God, give LA Knight some wins. He's only had one win on the fucking main roster. So, if you could, if you're listening, give LA Knight some fucking wins. Please. We're moving to Raw so he can get some wins over there. Do whatever you have to do. Just fucking please give him some wins. If you can't do it on SmackDown, send him to Raw. They need some help with the promos on Raw. LA Knight would be a great addition over there. Just do something to get him back on track. Please. For the love of God, please. Gargano is way too small for my liking. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Lacey Evans, SmackDown, I don't give a shit. They could send her to fucking level up as far as I care. I do not care. She's boring, boring, boring. Lash Legend is another one that's boring, boring, boring. In NXT, they've barely used her as of late. She tries too hard to be Bianca Belair. Way too fucking hard. She needs her own identity, and if she can't find it, then she needs to be off television until she can find it. Because I'm telling you, it's too similar. Way, way too similar. Liv Morgan, she stayed on SmackDown. She's all right. Look at this picture, man. Oh my lord, that's a good one. That's a good one. Look at that Samoan Spike right there. Oh, Cody. Oh man, poor Cody and that one. Logan Paul, he's probably going to stay on Raw because of Vince. He wants all the top guys on Raw. Look, Ludwig Kaiser, he's staying on SmackDown with Imperium. Luke Gallows, definitely staying on Raw. Lyra Valkyrie, I believe, is at NXT 2.0, so I don't see her getting called up. She's fairly new, so I see her staying down in NXT on Tuesday nights. Mace, who gives a shit with the MMM crap, I believe it's Raw, so whatever. Guess he's staying on Raw. Madcap Moss is SmackDown. I don't see them shaking him up anywhere, so he most likely will stay on SmackDown with Emma. Whoop-de-fucking do. Malik Blade. Who? I never heard of this fucking guy. Malik Blade. I guess he's probably level up. He's probably level up, man. So I guess he's staying there. Mansoor. You know the guy Mansoor they only use for Saudi shows? That's all he. What a job, man. What a job. Show up once or twice a year. Oh my god. I guess they have nothing to do with Mansoor. Or nothing for him to do, I should say. So I don't fucking know where they put him. I don't even remember what brand he's on. Mark Coffey, NXT, definitely staying down there. Maurice is with The Miz over on Raw, so she just floats around wherever he goes. Matt Camp, who? These got to be like commentators for Level Up, I guess. Because I don't know. I'd never fucking heard of him. Matt Riddle, he's been feuding with the Bloodline. He's not going anywhere. Maxine Dupree, probably staying on Raw. Kenzie Mitchell, I think, is NXT. I believe. This is not a name that rings a bell. Megan Morant, who? Who is Megan Morant? I didn't even know WWE had a roster this large. I really didn't. But apparently they do. Wherever she is, that's where she's staying. That's what we're going to go with. Wherever Megan Morant is, that's where she's staying. Miko Satomura. Very, very good. She will most likely stay down in NXT on Tuesday nights, unless they want to call her up to Raw and do some stuff with Asuka. That'd be the only reason I see her get called up. But as right now, I don't see her getting moved away from NXT, because especially if Roxanne might be called up and some others, they're going to need somebody down there. So she's most likely going to stay down there. Mia Yim, she's on Raw. She's probably going to stay there. There's really nothing creatively for them to do with her. They could show you in their efforts. They really don't care. Michael Cole definitely ain't leaving SmackDown. Although Corey Graves and Michael Cole would be great on both shows, but we can't be that lucky. But Wade Barrett's a very good one. I mean, unless they want to float Wade Barrett back and forth and get rid of Kevin Patrick, that'd be fine with me. I'm sure that'd be fine with all of you. You know, that's something they could do. Mike Rome. Who? Yeah, he looks like he's level up. So, whatever. You can stay down over there. Montez Ford, he's staying with his partner. And then, oh, look, they put him back on, people. Vince McMahon is back on the superstar page. What do you know? The old man could have helped himself. But he don't look like that anymore, that's for sure. They need to, if they wanted to change the picture, they got to put that mustache right here. Yeah, they got to put that Brazzers Pornhub / mustache right here, because that seems to be who he's trying to look like. So yeah, you need to change that picture, WWE, because that's not what he looks like now. Mr. Stone, don't fucking know who you are. I guess you're a level up guy, so guess you're staying there, huh? Poor Mustafa Ali, man. This guy is just going nowhere. They don't know what the fuck to do with him. So I guess he stays on Raw. I mean, unless they want to switch him to SmackDown, it's going to be the same thing. Mr. Positivity, this and that. So, I mean, what's he going to do? What is he going to do? He's going to be doing the same shenanigans. MVP, he's traveling back and forth with Omos. Oh, poor MVP, man. So he's not going anywhere. Look at this. They still have Naomi. Naomi's still a part of WWE. I don't know if she's coming back or what the hell she's doing, but I think it's been close to a year now since Naomi has been used for anything. So I guess she'll probably stay on SmackDown. If she does come back, I have no clue. Natalia's on SmackDown. I love me some Natalia, man. One gorgeous lady right here. Let me tell you what. And yeah, she's going to stay on SmackDown, that's for sure. Nathan Frazier, he's fairly new to NXT, so he's going to be still growing over there. He's got a little more work to do. Nikki Cross, she's on Raw. She's definitely going to stay on Raw. Nikita, we miss you, Nikita Lyons. I don't know where the hell you've been or how things are going with that injury, but hopefully Nikita Lyons will be back in NXT very, very soon. Naomi Dar, fairly new to 2.0, so he's going to be down there a little longer. Odyssey Jones just made his return to 2.0, so I don't see him getting called up to the main roster anytime soon for right now. Omos, yeah, I'd like to see him get drafted to Get Off My TV, but we can't be that lucky. It becomes Vince McMahon loves fucking Omos. I don't know fucking why. I don't know why you love Omos. What is wrong with you? He is terrible. Nobody can get him to fuck over. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And then we have who the fuck is this? We're almost done, guys. Oro Mensah. I'm going to say level up because I don't know who this is. Otis. He's staying definitely on Raw. I don't see him leaving anybody. Pat McAfee, we don't know where Pat McAfee's going. You know, he's got his stuff with NFL and everything going on. I hope he comes back to SmackDown. They definitely need him, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll see you soon. But as of right now, we don't know what's going on with Pat McAfee. Paul Heyman's definitely staying on SmackDown, even though they're using him on both shows, which they can still continue to do that. But Paul Heyman's definitely staying with the Bloodline. Piper Niven, I don't know what the hell they do with her. I think she's Raw. So I guess she's going to stay on Raw. Quincy Elliott, I don't give two fucks about this guy, so he can stay down at NXT as far as I can care. R-Truth is being rumored to be coming back as one of the surprises for the draft. What brand was he on? Last. I believe it was Raw. I believe. So I see him staying on Raw. As long as he doesn't bring back that 24/7 title, I am cool with that. Randy Orton is definitely staying on Raw. But we don't even know when the Viper's coming back, so hopefully it's soon. Raquel Rodriguez. I believe she's SmackDown, right? So I see her staying on SmackDown. Rey Mysterio is one they can move to SmackDown or kind of float in between both shows. So I can see Rey going to SmackDown. Or no, he's on SmackDown. I can see Rey coming back to Raw or just floating between both. It doesn't. He's great. It doesn't really matter where they put him. He's going to excel. But he could be one of those in between floater guys. Rhea Ripley, she's definitely one that would probably be floating between both shows because she's a champion. SmackDown's going to want her. Fox and USA is going to want her. So she could be one of those floaters. Rick Boogs, I believe he's on Raw, right? Boogs is on Raw, I believe. So he's just one they keep floating back and forth between both shows. Ricochet SmackDown, I see him definitely staying on SmackDown. Same with Ridge Holland. He's staying over there. R.I.P. Fowler. Oh, the Dyad or Schism or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, it shows it right here. So yeah, he's staying down in NXT. Robert Roode. I don't know what the hell they're doing with him. I don't know what the hell they are doing with Robert Roode. Who the fuck knows? What brand's he on? I fucking forget. I really, really do. It's just been so long. I like to see him go back to NXT and just kind of repackage himself, and that would be great for him and be that badass heel again. Roddy Strong is down in NXT, so I guess he's probably staying there. Roman, he's not going anywhere. Fox will never let him go to Raw. They will give him whatever he wants. Ronda Rousey, definitely staying down in SmackDown, because I sure as hell don't want her on Raw. Roxanne Perez might be another one of those call ups. That's what I hear. She would be a nice addition to the Raw side of things. They could definitely use some good women over there. So I could predict her going to Raw. Ryan Papala. Papa, I, I fucking don't know. He must be a level up guy. I have no clue. Samantha Irvin. Oh, Samantha Irvin. I would love to see her more of Samantha Irvin, that's for sure. Roode is great. He had neck fusion surgery. He is out a long time. Yeah. Bobby Roode, man, it sucks. But when he does come back, I like to see him go down to NXT just to get away from the main roster and all the influence Vince has on the shows. Just kind of just be back to being Bobby Roode again. And then that could really save his career and give him a lot more momentum going forward. And then we got one more, guys, I think. Is this it? Nope, we got more, of course. Sami Zayn, he's saying on Raw. They need him on Raw. Definitely do. Because they need all the help they can get for 3 hours. Sanga, he's in NXT, so I don't see him going anywhere. Santos Escobar's with the LWO. He's going to stay there. Sarah Schreiber, I guess she's one of the NXT announcers, like for the backstage shit. So I don't see her getting moved around. Scarlett. She's going to be staying with Karrion Kross on SmackDown. Scott Stanford. Must be another level up dude. So I guess he's going to stay there. Scripts, we know you're Reggie. But you can stay in NXT because I could care less about whatever it is you're doing. Seth freaking Rollins, he's definitely staying on Monday Night Raw. Unless they want him to be a surprise shakeup to SmackDown. They've done that before, but that didn't pan out very well. So I see him staying on Raw. Shane McMahon, you're only going to see him maybe once a year or so. So it doesn't really matter. Shanky is NXT 2.0. So, yeah, he's 2.0. So he's going to be staying down there. Shayna Baszler ain't going nowhere. She's staying on SmackDown. As well as Sheamus. He's killing it on SmackDown. So he's going to be staying there. Shelton Benjamin's partnering with Cedric Alexander. Oh my God, I almost forgot. On Raw. So they're going to stay at Raw. Shinsuke just came back to SmackDown. So that would be fucking stupid to move him. So he's staying over there. Shotzi SmackDown. Sol Ruka. That must be another level up. I never heard of her. Solo Sikoa, SmackDown, definitely. Or wait, yeah, he's just been floating around Raw. See, when they do this so much, I like get fucking confused. I'm like, are they Raw or SmackDown? That's why I'm just like, oh wait. But he's just been carrying the load on both shows. Sonya Deville, she's going to stay on SmackDown. Oh, look at this, everybody. I thought she quit. I thought Stephanie McMahon no longer works for WWE. If she doesn't, why do they have her on here? Because this is the current roster. So why is Stephanie McMahon on there? Interesting. Very interesting. Stevie Turner, who? I swear, like, I don't know half these fucking people. Probably Level Up. Tamina, where the hell's she been? I don't even know what was Tamina on. I don't want to guess because I really don't know. I do apologize. I don't remember which one Tamina's on. Tatum Paxley is 2.0. So, yeah, 2.0. She's going to stay over there. Tegan Knox is SmackDown, I believe. They barely used her to begin with. So, I don't see why they would move her anywhere until they have plans for her. That's just my opinion. The Miz is definitely staying on fucking Raw. He ain't going nowhere. Taya Hale, yeah, she's going to stay in 2.0 a little bit longer. Tiffany Stratton could be called up. That's another one, everybody. Tiffany Stratton could be called to Raw or SmackDown. So I would like to see her on Raw, man. They could use some good females over there. Titus O'Neil, he's more of an ambassador for WWE. Tommaso Ciampa, I don't know where the hell he's been. I think he's been out with injury again. So I don't know what they do with him until he comes back. Tony D, I love me some Tony D, man. He's going to be staying in NXT. And Top Flop Dollar. Goodbye, Flop Dollar. I'm sorry, but Hit Rose could be out of here. I'm sorry. I know I'm not. But you know Vince McMahon, he's going to be like, fuck Hit Row. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need him. Trick Williams, he's walking around with Carmelo Hayes, so he ain't going nowhere. Triple H, why do they even have a superstar spot? They're running the show. Why do they need to be on here? Tyler Bates, another one I heard could be called up to the main roster and could be used for SmackDown. So that would be a very cool thing to see. Vacant. There's a vacant spot for Raw or SmackDown, so we'll see who gets that. Valentina Feroz, I believe she's level up. Valhalla, she's with Sarah Logan with the Viking Raiders. She ain't going nowhere. Veer Mahan. Veer is coming. He's in NXT. He's staying where he is. Vic Joseph definitely staying where he is, down in NXT. Scooby Doo. Von Wagner, Scooby Doo. He's definitely staying in NXT. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. Wade Barrett, he's definitely staying as commentator on SmackDown. Wendy Chu, I haven't seen anything from Wendy Chu in a while, but she's NXT, so I guess she's staying down there. Wesley's killing it on 2.0, so he's definitely going to be staying on 2.0. Wolfgang is fairly new to the NXT on Tuesdays, so I believe he's going to stay there. Xavier Woods, I don't give a shit where you go. You can go to Raw, you can go wherever. I'm over you. Xia Li is SmackDown. They haven't had too much to do with Xia Li, so I guess she stays down in SmackDown. Zion Quinn, I believe, is 2.0, so I see him staying over there. Ulyssa Leon, never heard. I don't think I've heard of her. Ulyssa Leon, I believe she's level up, so she could stay over there. Zelina Vega, she's with the LWO. She ain't going nowhere. That group just started, so that would be very, very stupid to make any changes. Zoe Stark is NXT 2.0. She's terrible, man. I hate Zoe Stark. I really, really do. But I see her staying down in NXT 2.0. So, everybody, it took us an hour to get through the whole fucking main roster. And with Nick Khan saying, "Oh, we're going to cut 50 million to 100 million," you know damn well it ain't going to be office cuts. It's going to be most of the talent we read on this fucking screen. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was the first ever WWE Draft Prediction Show on this channel. If you guys could, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up. A lot of jobbers in there. Yes, Matt, there's a lot of fucking jobbers on that roster. And I bet a lot of the ones I went through, you probably didn't even know existed. I didn't either until I went on this earlier. It was like, holy shit, what the hell's going on here? But if you guys could, I'd really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new here. I'd really appreciate to get. We're only 2 away from 2060, so I hope to get that from this live stream today, if that's at all possible. If not, hopefully very, very, very soon. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Matt, thank you for being in here. You're our OG. I appreciate you. We also had a couple others. Raphael, stay a little bit longer next time, man. And we also had Haseen. Thank you very much for being a part. So I hope you guys have a great Monday. Monday Night Raw is back tonight. They've already announced all the fucking matches, so you can just go on Twitter and find out what's going on over there. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. It is very cold here in Pennsylvania. Let me tell you what, it is very cold here. But until next time, guys.